What's up, guys? It's Miro, founder of ManifestX, and I just want to share this download with you guys. I'm here in Kansas City right now, and I've just been journaling right here on my bench, writing on my book, The Fuck Yes Life, and just got this download that I want to share with you guys about really a problem that's so common with people who've achieved a level of success, and then they have this holy shit moment where it's like suddenly they don't know how to do anything anymore. Like they reach a new glass ceiling, and when they break through, it's like, okay, it feels like I'm starting from scratch. I don't know what I'm doing, right? And I've been there myself. And so probably this is why this message came to me that kind of encapsulates this problem and this solution to, having massive success and having breakthroughs and being celebrated by everybody for it, and still finding the muddy area where it's like, shit, am I stuck? Can I do this again? What if it was a fluke? So the concept that I'm sharing with you guys it's called n+1. n+1, okay? And I actually learned this in my corporate consulting career. I was working with multi-billion-dollar companies and doing consulting for them. And what I found is a lot of times with sort of cybersecurity and the big website and app projects, what happens is they implement n+1, right? So for example, when a data center goes down, I was consulting with this company that does healthcare EMR, so like electronic medical records, like where all of your medical and health information is stored. There was a time that was all on paper, okay? There was a time when all of your medical records were written on paper and like stored that way. Well, I went into different companies around the country in hospitals and switched all of their systems over to electronic. So now it's all housed in databases, and there's big, cybersecurity challenges that come with that. What they do, these billion-dollar healthcare companies, and the way they make sure your information is safe is they use n+1 or n+3 or n+10 even. And what they do is, so they have a certain amount of capacity data storage for each server, right? So I have a whole data center that stores all of the information, and then they have an entire duplicate, another one that has the same amount of capacity and the same amount of data ready to go, and it constantly syncs up, so that in the black swan event, when something crazy happens, like a tornado or like a hurricane or like an earthquake or some crazy shit happens and an entire data center goes down, they have a whole nother one, so that no matter what happens, the business has continuity. That means it always keeps growing, it always keeps moving forward. The show must go on even when you have like a major breakdown, okay? So that's really powerful. I'm giving you another example, and then I'll make sure you understand how this may implement, how you can implement this in your business right now. And so another great example is with the cartels. I was really obsessed with the gangster life and everything. I came from the streets of Germany, and I lived the gangster life, so I studied gangsters and cartels and drug dealing and everything. So one of the things that I learned is the cartels in Mexico specifically, when they have when they have a truckload that gets busted, it's like they don't even sweat, right? Like they have an entire truckload of cocaine or whatever that's being seized by the authorities. They're not even sweating, because why? They have 9 other trucks that are reaching their destinations, making them millions of dollars, and the show goes on, So they already planned in their budget, in their expansion plan, they already decided that, hey, this many of our things are going to get lost eventually, so let's just plan it right in, all right? So how this may apply in your business and your life, you may already see how this can apply for you in your life and in your business, but very simple, when it comes to marketing, right? You don't want to have a single marketing channel that you're relying on. So many people get their Facebook accounts banned and get kicked out of their own accounts, or hacked, or Facebook decides that you don't get to run ads anymore. That happens to people, and they fucking lose their shit, and it's horrible. And when you have an entire marketing channel duplicated, you know what I mean? If you have a steady stream of clients coming from one channel and then another one that's just as good, then you're unfuckwithable, And then if you have a local, so what I do now, that's why I expand, right? I really nailed it in one, I really nailed it. I made multiple 6 figures with my Facebook profile and ended up making $1 million. On track to making $1 million in 2021. And then that was Facebook profile alone. Like, not to mention the Facebook group. That's a whole nother thing, you know. And now we have Instagram, right? And now we have Clubhouse. And now, like, with this, we're starting a whole YouTube channel where we're going to be dropping insights and nuggets from the Manifest X Life, from the Fuck Yes Life Mastermind. And as I'm writing the book, I'm going to be, sharing content across each of these platforms. And really, what you want to do is you want to do it natively. You don't want to just copy and paste, because that's how you really diminish your efforts and your returns. You really want to master one platform, Facebook, for example, and then you want to move over to the next one and really master that platform. So it is one at a time, but you do want to continuously adding channels to your abundance. Okay, so hopefully you can see how you can apply n+1 in your own life. When you do, you start playing life on easy mode. You start having a level of unfuckwithability. Okay, you become unfuckwithable. That's what happens. So I really want that for everyone here, because otherwise, if you don't do this, if you always work with just enough resources, and maybe you can relate to this, when you work with just enough resources to meet your goals, you're training your nervous system. You're training your nervous system to like always be kind of in panic mode and always be on edge. And what happens when you're conditioned in this way and you maintain this level of conditioning, you do not access new levels of thinking. You don't access new levels of insights that can only drop into your mind when you're relaxed, So I know I'm a fanatic of like adventure and exciting like quantum leaps and like exponential growth and like explosive wild rocket fire type shit. That's why we do race cars, in New York City, and like rally racing and stuff like that, and just epic adventures. And at the same time, when you're a business owner, you want to get to a place where your business is really boring, right? You want to get to a place where it's so boring, it's literally just the best things that always work on rinse and repeat, like over and over again, right? So you want to condition your nervous system to be okay with that, and have people in place who are really good with repetitive tasks and things like that. So even when it comes to hiring, like you want to have a bench. You want to have a bench of people who are ready to jump in and pop into any role inside of your business, so that you never sweat. Hey, somebody's sick, somebody quits, somebody that's suddenly pregnant is gone for several months. You have somebody who can come in. And nobody's sweating. So yeah. Hopefully this is helpful for you guys. That way you can live the fuck yes life. Have more of the sustainability as you grow exponentially. So you can have exponential growth and sustainability at the same time, so your success is consistent. You never have to worry if it's just a fluke, if you can do it again, or if you have enough. You don't have to worry about having just enough resources to like make it. For a fact, I got this, and that's more than enough resources for me to meet my goal, and then still have more than enough resources left. That's the place that you want to come from. That's the abundance mindset, and you so deserve that. So let me know if that makes sense. If this is helpful for you, I invite you to join our YouTube channel that I'm launching now, and also invite you to join our community on Facebook, where I'm dropping more epic wisdom like this. So I'm gonna add links all around here so you can follow us there, and I love you so much. That's all I got.